full this afternoon. Now I'm in a church. They don't want me to swear this. You guys can sing with me. This simple little thing goes like this. The words are, where Cain and Abel are buried. Where Cain and Abel are buried. Come on. Where Cain and Abel are buried. Beautiful. Well, she took the time to make a cardboard sign that read, I hate drum circles. But I hate corporate greed more. And young punks blew Grandmaster Flash when he opened for the Clash in New York City. It was just a case of too many white people on an anarchist dance floor. Oh, Jesus, he made love. Though his luck with the ladies each night varied. But my friends, make haste, 'cause we are standing in the same place where Cain and Abel are dead. Let me hear you. Where Cain and Abel are dead. Well, back in the day, folk music had so much to say. Now it's CBC pop songs, played on acoustic guitar. But Lenny Bruce, he knew all about the hangman's news. And those words, if he spoke them, would put him behind the bar. Oh, Jesus, he made love. Though we never lived long enough to settle down and get married. So my friends, make haste, 'cause we are standing in the same place. Come on. Where Cain and Abel are gun, set to the automatic rifle, second son. You're looking good, sexy, and you know that you were born to kill. But the poor bullets in the chamber that be doing all of the dirty work, they had no choice on its target. They're just told you're doing God's will. Oh, Jesus, he made love. And our crimes against humanity is the cross to Calvary he carried. So my friends, let's make haste. 'cause we are standing in the same place where Cain and Abel are buried. Where Cain and Abel are buried. Where Cain and Abel are She took the time to make a cardboard sign that read, "I hate drum circles. It's just I hate corporal greed a little bit more." So we're going to play a little game tonight. There's a couple notes on this piano that are not awesome. I think here's one here. So instead of making that noise when it happens, let's all go, oh. Because this is jazz. There are no bad notes. Silhouettes, town hall clocks, smokestacks of gray, illusions of grandeur, my friend, they're always gonna be on display. I'm just walking the wrong way down a one-way street. Bikini kills on the rise, and the boys just say blame it on the heat. Back and forth in my mind, the situation has tossed and turned, but I always take to the wind, smoking my eyes from the campfire last night that crackled and burned. But right now I'm leaving the North Country Fair. We're gonna set things off physical this year, said the aerobic instructor with the sweat-stained armpits. Motorcycle mamas and papas selling leather coats they pray to God will fit. On the wall, graffiti kids at 12 are taking over your name. And I'm willing to keep it going, just not willing to carry all the blame. Oh, busy bees and horny toads, and of course Picasso's horse. And me, I just take to the wind, and then I'll return with an unearthly force. But right now I'm leaving the North
country fair. So read my lips, paint my forehead purple and gold. Don't brag of your adventures, unless you're willing to break the mold. I got stopped on my way to the mountaintop. Now I can't find no peace. You can't love two women at the same time, nor hate the one that loves you the least. I'm just sleeping by the getaway van, while some local listens to Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. But me, I'm just taking to the wind. Whatever happens, just remember me to one who lives there. And right now I'm leaving the North Country Fair. Right now I'm leaving the North Country Fair. Right now I'm leaving the North Country Fair. Let's take a sip of my invisible beer here. This is called After Seeing a Shitty Poster for Your Gig. What was that?
You're not talking about us, right?
No. When does the necessary evil outweigh the good it does? And is it really evil or just not good? And if the opposite of not good isn't evil, what is it? Guess you gotta get there. Or it was just a good idea with bad follow-through. Not perfect is not bad. It's just not perfect. So it is. Or so it could be. Depending how resilient and how far without restraint to the edges of urgency you have that envelope licked and pushed up close to the moist nose, eyeing exactly what this world needs a healthy dose of. Controlling how your ideas are portrayed and presented is a villainized and envied art form. Discouraged in times when Alain Boumier greatness is just a fairy tale, regurgitated to computer children and poo-pooed upon in the barely keeping their head above the storm resumes of the old. Mediocre motions with a menthol. Well, I guess. Mingus snarls. Get there, flat out, or you're just a good idea with no follow-through. This will drive everyone around you who's lazy crazy, and everyone who's insecure to remain poor. Change will require upheaval. Not every empire is evil. Peeking over ledges, you've seen tenacity's fate, standing on the edges between good and great. Bam. Take one last swig and slam it on the coaster. Damn, don't judge a gig by its shitty fucking poster. Now this could be interesting here. Not bad. This song is called I'm Secretly Wearing a Corset Under This Outfit. Because everybody knows I'm more Diego than Frida. But I do have a monkey. Yeah, hang with me on this one. It will make sense maybe somewhere in the middle. I grew up in a small town, and like everywhere else, everyone was gay. Two men holding hands, two women taking their kids to the park to play, to the high school dance. I got asked out by Big Jim. He was on the football team, really popular, and my two dads really liked him. I was getting pretty suicidal in this gay little town with no underground community I could see. So I ended up buying a one-way ticket to New York City. Well, it was there in the big city I saw her. She was sitting across from me at the bar, hair down to her neck, in a sleeveless shirt, and on stage someone strummed a guitar. She saw me looking at her, and ashamed I quickly turned away. But she came up, put her hand on my thigh, and whispered in my ear, "Baby, you know it's okay." Then a guy came up behind her. They kissed passionately, and then she left holding his hand. And they did it right out in the open. I was like, this has gotta be the promised land. So tonight I make love to him as the rain and the neon lights are flickering. Here's a postcard from New York City in a motel in Hell's Kitchen. Well, I'm going to read something now, and I don't know which to read. I know that's awful. See, here's the thing. I'm going to do this, even though, as they say in the Sinatra years, it's not a showstopper. But, I don't know, there's just something, maybe because we're all slightly embarrassed by it, or I think it's easier to make fun of things that are tricky. And maybe that we're so drawn to comedy because it's like that. Stand-up kind of deals with that stuff. You're like, ugh, and then you can laugh at it. But I still got to throw my hat into the beauty ring. It's trickier to nail because it's so easy to go cheesy or just a little too much into, I don't know, hardcore or something. But this is my stab at trying to take a snapshot of something beautiful. This is called Gordon Lightfoot's Hometown. The cushions from the couch are scattered in front of the giant mirror, which is also the closet sliding door. Beside it is an antique wooden dresser that is also a mirror, but it casts an image of you that seems more like your reflection in a clear, shallow pond. A cockroach runs by as I type, and Cassandra sleeps on the box spring bed. The couch looks like it's under construction, with a deep hole fenced off to the general public, a dime, 2 nickels, and 6 pennies exposed, where the cushions once were at attention, like Catholic schoolboys in their tiny desks and hard-pressed luck uniforms. I turn on the radio. My civil tongue feels the plaque on the teeth of a friendly hooligan. I've been putting off plowing the orchard, putting off the work, the art, the forgiveness, the lashing of intruders, the bank heist plans, telling the rich niece's daughter's story that will breathe the future into the breath of a recluse troubadour. Keith dents the hood of the family car with his electric guitar, while the black moan of wind has enough moxie to samba on the Zambam beach beside a New Jersey devil turned Ashbury angel, tapping her foot to the Brazilian waves hitting the usually silent and timid staircase of the dirty Atlantic City's casino beachfront arcade. And so 1:47 a.m. will turn into tomorrow. I want the books on this rented room shelf to take off their clothes, my cigarettes to sing harmony like a Salvation Army choir, and for me to feel free like I once did when I slept in Chicago. I walk back to the mirror where sex sucked the kiss from hard drugs' pierced lip earlier that evening. Her sweaty back got wettier. Perspiration from forehead dripped and gripped good-sized hips. Her arms poised, looking at our reflection with claps hand down on dresser, confessor of commands, and me standing behind like a one-armed Greek statue with receding hairline. Rubbing the outside of her fresh, orange, faded underwear fabric with her thick as thieves skirt pulled up to her mosquito-beaten thighs and pulling down her scissor-cut, self-altered blouse to thumb, twirl, and bite her sensitive singer-songwriter nipples while cupping her Hollywood burned breasts as she drove us down Highway 11, northbound to this fully equipped cabin on Lake Cowichan. That was all just foreplay to our mirrored reflection, naked and turned on. Two strangers begging lust's governor to reduce their sentence on their carpet-burned cell-block knees to turn casual aggressive sex into hair-pulling beauty. Cassandra snores softly in the other room. I sit on the cushion like an old Japanese soldier, my bare feet on the kitchen rug. My eyes have not shone this bright for weeks. She stirs and makes half-asleep noises from the bed, with its duvet cover and homemade quilt pulled right up to her chin. I'm sure the sounds from this late 80s double cassette player with up-top AM or FM possibilities, mind of its own antenna, and sketchy volume knob is too loud. So I turn down whatever is playing on the CBC station, almost off. Return to the cabin's porch, under the bed and breakfast suite's veranda yawning. Its tin roof shadowboxing the wee small hours' heavyweight rain, sheltering the sturdy wooden chairs and glass ashtray on the table. The la 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 and lyric that boasted from the dusty black radio speakers sucked ass anyway. So could most of this. But I'll be the sole judge and jury of its verdict and witchcraft. Just another aspiring sword swallower with a sleeping beauty anchored to the bedpost wisdom passing through Gordon Lightfoot's hometown. Da 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 da. I got two left. Am I okay?
Not really, but yes, you.
All right. Ooh. Well, I gotta find a C that works. It's okay. Tonight is broken arrow, or a sparrow with a broken wing. My rent is due on the 1st, so once again for my supper I sing. 'Cause everyone needs to make a buck, and everyone has the right to unwind. Lord, every gambler knows not to push his luck, but we all gotta speak what's on our mind. out with your hands up. Any sudden movements, you will be shot. Incarceration is the new slave trade, and into its system he has been caught. The cop cursed, I think you're a disgrace, scum, and it's a fool's dream you'd be free. We all know that the police force is plagued with racism, but it might just be white supremacy. We all enable society's horror of those who slip through the cracks. The snow falls heavy in the shadows. That's how the devil covers his tracks. But there lurks a trace where no ambulance is called. Lord, my sister is disrespected in her workplace, but there's also missing women whose murders still remain unsolved. Yeah, it's all a bolt of reality, just like the headlines of our days. And we blame the poor neighborhoods the crime's happening, or the part of the country we all know they're stuck in the wrong ways. Well, the crucifix was struck by lightning, and it requires of us a song. Outside sometimes sure seems frightening, and a mob mentality still condones what you know is wrong. Friends, tonight is a broken arrow or a sparrow with a broken wing. My rent is due on the 1st, so once again for my supper I sing. Thank you so much. This is not my first time here. Just thank you for keep coming out. I appreciate it very much. If we're touring artists, it's just you do your tour, and then if it's good, you go back, and if it's not, you don't. Life's too short. Then, you know, someone pops me, oh, okay, I'll try Moose Jaw one more fucking time. But thank you for being consistently fucking awesome. I left the outskirts of Owen Sound on the AM side at 7:30. The windmill on the pond out the window was a vision of shotgun seat heaven. The water tower says Tara, and damn, its farmland's pretty, like a prairie sky. I wish I was in Barrie, but I am marching to the capital city. Now, ever since Lydia closed its doors, Broadway's got a construction zone scar. One of the sheepdogs just quit the band and opened up his own bar. It's got Lydia's decor, and inside it feels good and gritty. After a busy June, I'll return to Saskatoon. But right now, I'm marching to the capital city. Now, Edmonton likes his theater as much as a good old hockey fight. I spent my Saturday afternoon at the Empress with some friends on 99 and White. Once getting into town, I got a flat, but it wasn't that shitty because I had a cold beer in Red Deer. Now I'm marching to the capital city. Now, I showed up at Shambhala with some hooligan MCs. Each one was a killer rhymer. I've had so many Royal Nights in Nelson and at the schoolhouse in Weimar. I can't wait to get back to the Kootenays and sing this little ditty. I'm not British or Colombian, and I ain't stumbling. Marching to the capital city. As this country I roam, I fully understand that the place that we call home is stolen native land. Now, my friends, you can go to PEI for free, but you gotta pay to leave its red sandy beach. It's the opposite for the Sunshine Coast, where tourists line up for Molly's Reach. But me, I'm at the gumboot where the vibe and tribe is sweeter than a sugar mom's kitty. To get my latest book on the shelf, I'll go Vernon to Guelph. I'm marching to the capital city. Toronto. It has a rock and roll history if you want to chase the boom. And Montreal's a spiral staircase leading to Genevieve's modest bedroom. Whitehorse to Dawson. To live off your wits is more than being witty in a basement of a Yellowknife. I kicked it like a lifer to the cipher. Now I'm marching to the capital city. I was just 17 years old when I played the Fat Cat Blues Bar in St. John's, Newfoundland. In my 30s, I played the Company House solo, then later with my full band. The last time I played Halifax, my audience was itty-bitty. But the owners gave me a bed, and like I said, I'm marching to the capital city. When I was a young father, I took my family on a sojourn of the islands of the West. Tofino was too fucking expensive. So I wound up on a reservation during a canoe quest, and during a torrential downpour on 3 white rabbits, they took pity. I wish I could have seen Pauline Johnson strut down Robson. That's why I'm marching to the capital city. We polluted the water, and we poisoned its people. We turned their kids into martyrs in the shadow of a church steeple. So my friends, you go to Winnipeg, go to Times Change. You're gonna feel a magic as soon as you enter. The same can be said for its Shire sister, the West End Cultural Center. The truth is, from Wakefield to Cumberland, there's a venue and a diner that makes me giddy. I was a jammer of the blues and the hammer paying my dues. Now I'm marching to the capital city. I wrote this rhyme with the Kingston pen, though I wrote it free. Yes, I was tragically hip-hop. The first time I played the Ironwood in Calgary. But there is a town in North Ontario that means more to me than anything by the great Kanye Twitty. Duty calls, I just pass my falls, 'cause I'm marching to the capital city. 'Cause I'm marching to the capital city. I left the outskirts of Owen Sound on the AM side at 7:30. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's see how far that will go. About there. All right. People can give me this. And please make it just stomps and snaps. Come on now. Come on now. I left the standing on commercial and first, lower quench this thirst. A sexy librarian, or a naughty nurse, ovations in mizine, just the in-between before the dull rover, long black curse. Got a siege of basic batters and to make matters worse. I got a weeping widow, a long black veil, and an alpha male carrying a man purse, and a sleazy priest wants to see with the deceased wife, how you can tell by the way they converse. The cut and the knife and life can say spell perverse. The lonely heart part of your art revered. Not quitting but spitting, hitting the high note with a devote, have it cheered. Or you live to see your legacy smeared by tweets and sheets, sheets of immigration cleared. I read between the lines of coke, no joke was weird and different entities like Allen Ginsberg in the 70s when he shaved his beard. Today, the cabaret king was beheaded. You can't edit the credit card indebted, bad memory embedded, virgin suicide, wedded, a chosen few on blow, she blew, ooh. These are complex sex toys, triple X joys before dozing while posing in the nude. Is it rude to try to kiss her in the mouth when due south, like eating when you chew? No Allah, that's a movie preview, even in a push-up bra. Julia Roberts with so many skirts knows that even true. Yabba dabba do, out Miss Lovato, auto ship shop, tip top shelf, word, death, birth, earth as it in heaven, Christmas of '87. Under the tree for me was not a casket of plastic toys, but a Superman cape and a tape of the Fat Boys. Ho hum. And some underwear and socks. Now love is on the rocks, and that's an orthodox detox. Can't get a decent gig with Vega, Courtney, Comox. Maybe a bug dug Cox, and we even jab and grab victory in the jaws of the feet with the beatbox. Ah, what a life! Ah, what a life less ordinary like Terry Fox. Cause not even Johnny Depp could give one of these fucking pep talks. Through the hiss and fake bliss, booby traps, sorry saps, photocopy, sloppy second scraps. Have I fallen to the siren call? Perhaps. But here's your moment of zen. For all the madmen that were gone when the dawn hit, we got our reasons why we didn't put a ring on it. Yeah, the question of Mary carried, another burden is buried down by the riverside. Each would preach that the other lover lied. It was a sad day as she stood in the doorway and cried. Ah, what rough shape. It's tough to escape. So I make this huff and puff memo like my first demo tape. Ah, what rough shape. It's tough to escape. So I make this huff and puff memo like my first demo tape. Speed it up. Rough shape is tough to escape, so I make this huff and puff memo like my first demo.